Here I'm showing you guys that I did indeed start a brand new character to do this playthrough, and basically all you want to do for the beginning is just grab all the normal boxes that you would and stop at all the normal stops, and head to Sanctuary and talk to Codsworth as you normally would. There are 5 lockpickable safes that you can open before you leave Sanctuary. Here you can see me opening the first 3 before finding a cap stash and then moving on. After you're done looting the majority of Sanctuary, you're going to want to start scrapping everything so that way you can get the most amount of materials possible. Next, you're going to want to head to the secret stash behind this blue house in Sanctuary. Most people know about this, but just in case you didn't, I decided to feature it in this video. This is also where one of the safes is located. I recommend after looting this area that you do the scrap and store glitch on the gold bars that you acquired in that area. They are very valuable and can be sold for a lot of caps later on. Here I'm doing a shelf glitch so I can gain a lot of XP to level up and get the lockpicking required to open that last safe. Here is the Grognak Barbarian magazine. It is very useful. I definitely recommend picking this up, as well as the Your Special book. This is the final safe in Sanctuary before leaving. Now you're going to want to pick up this drifter armor and all of the materials laying around. After looting up here, you're going to want to turn left at the road and head directly straight until you find a water pump. It took me a little minute to find it. I was just getting a little bit confused because I haven't done it in a while, but if you just pay attention, you'll see where I'm going. When you get to this circuit breaker, you're going to want to activate it and power it off, because when you come up this hill, there will be a hidden cap stash in the wall, as well as a snub-nosed 44 Magnum. After killing the raiders just behind the cap stash, you can find yet another cap stash in a burnt down safe just behind this burnt down house. After that, you're going to want to head over the hill until you find this hidden bunker, I don't know. After that, you want to take out the raider and head directly to the junkyard. Here, you're going to find a very powerful Fat Man, as well as a mini nuke and a fusion core. These are going to be very useful here in a minute. You can also find the Hot Rodder paint magazine here. You're now going to want to head north from the junkyard. Here you will find a set of power armor and 3 rad stags. I recommend taking these out because the health benefits from cooking the meat is very, very useful. After gaining dog meat as a companion, you can head behind the Red Rocket truck stop and find a hidden mole rat den. Inside the mole rat den, there is not only a safe, but also a fusion core waiting for you to collect. After clearing out the Red Rocket truck stop, you want to head down the hill towards Concord and stop at this house. Here you will find a baseball bat, a cap stash, a Nuka-Cola Quantum, and a safe. I recommend heading to Concord and clearing out the Museum of Freedom as part of the story. This will gain you a set of power armor. Here, I'm just heading to Trashcan Carla to do some trading. Here, you can see me collecting the Robco Fun magazine inside the Museum of Freedom, as well as the Perception bobblehead. After clearing the Museum of Freedom, you want to head to this billboard that we found Trashcan Carla at. Here, there's a hidden stash. There is also a hidden stash just right to the road by a campfire. There should be lots of chems and booze waiting for you there. In this clip, I actually got lucky enough with only 5 charisma to clear every speech check that Wolfgang has for you, therefore completing the quest very quickly. I then stopped and traded with Trudy for a bit. You could probably see me earlier picking up almost every item that I could find. This is because I like to sell most of the useless weapons and ammo and all the apparel that I don't need to the traders at the beginning of the game because they have lower amounts of caps that respawn within a few days. Now it's time to repair some of my power armor and upgrade my weapons. I was lucky enough to get a hunting rifle from Gristle and Concord. The reason this is significant is the hunting rifle is pretty hard to acquire before level 5. In this clip, I was actually level 3 or level 4. I also recommend at the beginning of the game talking to Sturgis and completing the Sanctuary quest. It's fairly easy, and honestly, the only hard part is getting food. I recommend just going to Diamond City for that. If you didn't know, Sanctuary is one of the only settlements in the game that has every crafting station. One of every crafting station. This is really helpful because now you don't have to unlock all the charisma perks just to get the crafting stations. After scrapping everything in Sanctuary, make sure you return to your workbench to retrieve all of the items that were returned after you scrapped containers. This is really helpful because a lot of junk items are stored in containers and also just end up in your inventory. I recommend you place them down on the ground and scrap them manually, otherwise you'll only get one of the resources that they actually have available. Now for the fun part of the video. This is a guaranteed weapon to spawn every time, even at level 1. You can come here at level 1 to level 100. It does not matter. It will always be the same weapon, which is why I recommend doing it at level 1. You're going to want to follow the custom map marker that we just made and head directly towards it. Follow it completely straight. If you do this, then you will find a cabin right next to Sanctuary, and there will be a magazine in there. Oh, look at that. It's a copy of the Wasteland Survival Guide. How useful. So, if you successfully followed the map marker, you should get here, the Greater Mass Blood Clinic. Inside, there's going to be a couple of bloat flies, some blood bugs. Just do not head to the basement. I recommend heading directly upstairs to the roof level. Here is where you're going to find the weapon. While nowhere near as powerful as the Fat Man, the combat rifle has a much more common ammo source. Depending on your level, this will be a leveled combat rifle. For me, again, I think I was level 6 in this, so it was a short combat rifle, the lowest of the low, but still very powerful for this level. There's supposed to be ammo next to it, but instead I got shotgun shells. Maybe you'll get luckier and get the 45 ACP that it needs. Anyway, I actually ran out of recording room on my PlayStation while making this video, so I'm going to have to make this in parts. Hopefully there will be 3 parts to this video because there is a lot of stuff that you can do between the beginning of the game. Thank you for watching.